My name is Lainey Morse, and I'm the founder of Goat Yoga. Goat Yoga is about getting out in nature, bonding with an animal, and getting a little exercise. It's really no different than going horseback riding or taking your dog for a walk. It's just a little bit of a different concept. So until people really try Goat Yoga, they don't understand it. So I encourage everyone to put it on their bucket list. Goat Yoga started kind of by accident almost. I had been diagnosed with a disease and going through a divorce, and I would come home from my corporate job every single day and just go spend time out in the barn or out in the field with the goats. And I started calling it Goat Happy Hour because it just made me happy, and it was a happy distraction. And I thought, man, it's almost impossible to be sad and depressed with these goats around. And so one of the people that came to the Goat Happy Hour was in a charity, and she asked me if I'd donate a kid's birthday party, and that pretty much changed my life when that happened. One of the moms was a yoga instructor, and we're standing out in the field, and all the goats are all around us, and she's like, "You should let me have a yoga class out here." And I just started laughing because I thought, you realize the goats are going to be all over the humans, and we just started laughing, and I'm like, let's do this. And so I'm a photographer, and I had her over, and we did some promo shots and some videos and had our first class, and it was sold out, and we were just shocked because we thought only our friends and family would come, because we were thinking, who's going to do something like this? And it was after the first class, I sent the pictures to Modern Farmer magazine, and they replied within a few minutes thinking, oh my gosh, these are adorable. And it was, they did the first story on August 26th, 2016. And after that, the Oregonian picked it up. And after that, it was absolute viral craziness. And I was doing 30 to 40 media interviews a day. The New York Times came out. It's been in the Wall Street Journal, People Magazine, Time, everything. It connected with people, and it was because I think it gave everyone a happy distraction from politics, from the negative news, and just from whatever they were going through. I was raised in Michigan, and I've never had goats before. I've never had any interaction with goats. So when I moved to a farm, that's the first thing I did, was I bought a couple of goats. And it was, no one was surprised that I wanted to be Farmer Lainey, I guess. But the way I was raised, I'm the baby of 7, and my parents are very close to me. They've been very supportive, and they're great goat grandparents. The success for the business it feels like it's already happened. Like, who would have thought that Goat Yoga would have gone this far? I think everyone thought it was going to last 5 minutes, and it's been 3 years later, and we're still selling out classes all over the U.S. I have 8 satellite locations all over, and I continue to open more. We're looking into the international market right now. I have a line of apparel. It's far more successful than I really ever anticipated, and I didn't realize this could even be a dream. So now my focus is to bring Goat Yoga to every single pocket of the world. Right now there's one in South Africa, Switzerland, Amsterdam, the UK, Germany, and so I feel like there's enough humans in the world that we can all be very successful at this, and our main focus is that we just want to make people happy. My advice would be to just never give up. I got really sick, and there was many times where I couldn't get out of bed. I had to have my friends come over and take care of the goats. I would barely make it outside and just have to sit down on the floor of the barn and cry because it was just, I was a mess. And I think when you get your health back, you have this crazy tenacity to make things happen. And now it feels like I can't rest until everybody knows about Goat Yoga, and everybody knows that I feel like the secret of life is finding that happy distraction in your life, whatever it is. Goat Yoga is not healing diseases, but it's making people forget about them for a little bit, and I think the most important part is just getting out of your own head if you're going through problems, because you can go through this like rabbit hole of depression, and there's not enough mental health services out there. So this is something that makes people smile. A lot of people say that their face hurts the next day because they've smiled and laughed so hard. So I'm excited about that, being able to offer those services. And my advice to a 20-something person who's just getting out of college is, whatever your passion is, go for it. You know, don't make people judge you. And you know, I've been called a cult leader and a crazy person because of this, and you just can't care. You just do whatever you think has to be done to get that dream going. And I'm living proof that something where people think it's as crazy as goat yoga, but you know what? It's really touching a lot of people, and I'm really proud of that.